I have to say, it's kind of neat to be sitting next to a real Mouseketeer. Jennifer McGill was part of the all-new Mickey Mouse Club just a couple of decades after I was a regular viewer. When life left you in despair, Jennifer, and you cried out to God, He sent you a Holy Land experience.
He did. He did. I had a moment of surrender in a very isolated and disconnected time away from God. And I brought all of my broken pieces, everything within me, to the throne and just said, Lord, I have made all of these decisions without you, and I never want to do it again. I don't care what my life looks like from now on, as long as you're in the center of it. And within just a few months, I was moved back to a safe space with my friends, no longer isolated, and I got a job at the Holy Land Experience, which at the time was a smaller company.
In Orlando?
In Orlando, Florida, a place that I grew up in taping the new Mickey Mouse Club, surrounded by friends, and I learned for the first time working as a live musical minister, dramatic ministry on the floor of the Holy Land Experience, how spiritual warfare happens, how you can have a praying group of women who love you and support you and do not judge, and you just fight together. And that was where the idea of, freedom fighting, as far as breaking free of the fear that gripped my mind for so long, started. Right there on the floor of the Holy Land Experience.
And so much healing. This was a time of healing and restoration.
God really took care of me with the community I had, with my old friends and my new friends, and spending all of my inside time with Jesus. Like never letting up, checking in with Him and speaking with Him, even if I wasn't in a church, even if I wasn't reading a verse. I was in a spiritual relationship with Jesus 24/7.
No surprise, you say you're enjoying, at this point in your life and music more than ever before.
More than ever before. When I did it God's way, it was way more fun. Because the pressure of what you look like, what your weight is, how old you are, how cool this and that looks or sounds, that's all standards that the world gives us, especially when it comes to a subject matter like a recording artist. And I lived with that for most of my life, comparing myself to other artists, even if they were my old friends from the new Mickey Mouse Club, not understanding that that wasn't my life, that God designed me for something very special. And so I'm living a satisfying artist life where I take all of the cool stuff I learned from the new Mickey Mouse Club through college and through all of my trials and tribulations, and I am a warrior in the music field now because it's coming from an inside out Jesus spiritual place, like a message for others because of what I went through in the name and for the glory of Jesus.
Beautiful in its time. That dream of being a recording artist is here.
It's here. It's happening.
Your first solo album?
Yes.
Unbreakable. What a great
Unbreakable.
title. Unbreakable. I just stole a few lyrics. You're very much part of these.
Lay it on me.
You're with me through the fire and the flood. Nothing can separate us, come between us, overtake us, ever beat us down. We're still standing.
That's right. That's an important line, we're still standing. Because this world is a broken world. It's imperfect. We are imperfect. There are going to be battles. You're going to get dusty. You're going to get muddy. But you're still standing because God is still standing with you. That doesn't change. No matter if you're beginning a battle or you're in the middle of it or you're experiencing a victory or you're experiencing a breather, we're still standing because of who is within us, always standing.
And a very important P.S.
Yes.
You're a newlywed.
I am a newlywed. God even restored that. I found an amazing partner, a guy who produced half of the album. Actually, he co-wrote 2 of the songs with me, and he's an amazing heartbeat of the music that I now live with.
And his name is?
His name is Jeff. His name is Jeff. And we first met in high school, by the way, and God wove this whole situation back together decades later in the right time. So He restored even that for both of us.
Is a God story. I don't usually buy this magazine, but I had just read about you, and this jumped out at me at the grocery store. Oprah, what defines you? That is such a relevant, current question.
Yes.
How would you answer that today?
Right. The way I answer it today, it is very simple. It is Jesus. It is my purpose through Jesus. But that really has a specific weight for me because I used to define it so thickly with fame, with my talent, with what guy was I with. that is no longer the situation. And I have a wonderful husband. I have a wonderful career. And I feel good about myself, and I have joy in my heart. My mother lives on through my joy, but Jesus is the center. Jesus is the starting point. Everything falls together for his purpose, for his glory. Now.
I wish we could spend all day with you. But hasn't this been wonderful? And I'm going to quote this wonderful woman who says, "We are never past our prime of purpose." Don't you quit. Why not call our prayer lines and have someone pray with you about getting on the track of God's good, pleasing, and perfect will for you. It's never too late. And video blogs that encourage, especially young women. Hey, Jennifer, particularly in the area of self-worth, God's purpose, at jennifermcgill.com. You can hear more. Spend more time with Jennifer. You can get her album there, too. God bless you. Come back and see us.
I will.
Don't go away. More of 100 Huntley Street after this.